Hello, friends. Hello, hello. Welcome. Wow, here we are. All right. Several questions about a basic, but in some ways, the most important thing that we're even doing as we study eating wars and eating peace. Eating wars and eating peace. It is the experience of wanting, craving, and the pain and suffering of it. So, how to do it, how to work with that. What do I do? Always cave in. Always the same thing happens, right? Let's just take a look. It's really, really powerful and important. Okay, so very typical, common. You might even notice that you feel the same troubling experience at a similar time every single day. So many people report feeling this in the evening. And even if we just handled this one typical time when you want to eat, when you notice the rise of compulsion, and we forget about all the other times that you think you've had trouble with food and eating, with friends at restaurants, and those unusual times during the holidays, whatever else, let's just set those aside and look at a typical time when you experience the cravings and the tension and the tightness and the movement, the wanting, reaching. There's a reaching inside the mind. I got to get it. This is not good here. I need to acquire something. I need to grab something. I need to bring something into the moment. I need to get it. And a lot of conversation about what this moment is like. It's boring, it's empty, it's disruptive, it's disturbing. I don't like the images that I see in my head. I have unresolved traumatic memories even. I don't like this empty time when I don't have something on the schedule or something else to do or something else to occupy my stressed mind. I have a to-do list that I think needs to happen. Just noticing danger present even, a threat to the experience of just being alive in that moment. How strange. It's often quiet. We'll be all alone, but somehow left to our own moment, here comes this thing you could eat. Remember, you always eat at this time. Eating initially seems good. The first few bites are tasty. Something's happening there where I'm merging with this thing called food in reality, and I'm feeling the end of the edge of tension. It kind of that craving happens and the urgency is there and something is relaxed with whatever's going on here. Okay, so just being with that moment. You can do this as you remember the moment. You may not be there right now, but as you remember the moment, noticing the attitude towards reality is painful, unfriendly, stressed, don't like it, emptiness, not content. And thoughts coming in about resisting this moment. I shouldn't eat. I said I wouldn't eat. I know where this is going. Except for part of you doesn't know. It feels like there's a sense of let's just fall into the craving, follow the craving, because to not do that is just going to build tension. I will just be thinking more than ever, bigger than ever, tighter than ever about how much I want to eat something. It's just going to build the fire. More resistance. What if you just stayed and welcomed, yes, the word welcome, even just a little bit, just a little open hands, relaxation towards here it comes. Here comes this experience of being alive with an empty apparent moment, with a time when there isn't something on the schedule, when I'm not really sure, I'm sort of I'm hovering in nothing required in the moment. And yet here's lots of thinking is happening, lots of thinking, and the mind going at it to solve the problem. So just watching, watching. I need to fix this. I need to fix this. This isn't good. Not good, not good, not good. My craving isn't good. The moment isn't good. It won't be good later. I don't know if I can stand it. Just unfriendliness towards the moment, this repetitive moment. So we're talking about an evening that many people experience this. Welcoming. Who would I be without the belief this is a unbearable feeling, an unbearable experience? This urge must be followed. I am commanded and trapped into following this experience. I must do it. Who would I be without that thought? What if that is not the only way this energy can dissolve? This reaching energy, grabbing something. They call that the dangling carrot. You know, we've heard that about the dangling carrot, even in Zen practice. There's that thing, and I can't quite get it. You know what the dangling carrot is from? The image is from, this is what they used to do, hang a carrot in front of the donkey or the horse, just in front of its nose, so that it would keep moving forward, reaching, reaching, reaching. It's the same feeling within the human experience. Reaching, reaching, and something not getting. And then I even just tip over into the compulsion, even other things besides just eating. All the other variety of compulsions people have. Buying, smoking, drinking, Netflixing, all of it. But if you were just curious, you know, a moment, who would I be without my story? This is unbearable. I can't take it, must resist it. But if you just said, welcome, hello, urge. Hello, evening moment, end of my day, fatigue in the body, unfinished business, the knowledge that I don't really like the way where it goes, and I'm still not sure what else to do. It's not as if we don't know that. Seems like it. Seems like that's cast out the window. But who would you be without all the stories about the moment and without the mind being the one to help solve the problem? Because I notice that it can't. Just open to the energy that's happening there. Surrendered even to the energy. Welcome. Surrender. Letting it be here. Because there's almost no choice, right? Here it is. Here's this experience, and it's been repetitive. And maybe I have to make friends with it somehow. Have to, even as a kind of forceful word. So maybe that's just my only option. Who would I be without my story? This moment is boring. This is unbearable. I can't stand it. The only way to end the craving is to actually eat something. The only way to end the craving is to actually smoke something. Who would I be without this thought? Just letting this craving experience, this attitude towards reality and this present moment that feels so repetitive and difficult, be there the way it is. Who would I be without the thought I have to do something about it? I can't do that. What if you were just willing to do this for like 15 seconds? And believe me, I know it's very strange. It's almost like the mind is so strong, it won't let you. I've been there. And if I just consider it right now, maybe before that time is taking place. People in our Eating Peace program, we're just talking about having a little reminder, and that actually works. Seems so trite, seems like such a small thing compared to this ongoing, persistent problem. Maybe it may take less time than you think, who knows? But this seems like sort of trite to make little post-its or a reminder or something. But that witching hour, the hour of discomfort, it could be magical hour. But, you know, so whenever it is, 6 p.m., 8 p.m., who would you be without your story? You have to do something about this. moment in reality. It is boring. It's difficult. You just surrender to that it is. Who would I be without this thought, this story? Without a thought about it, you're just in it. Just falling into this moment. Feeling things in your body from the neck down even. Feeling your body on the chair or the support of gravity. Sit down for a moment. If you just sat down for a moment, are you willing to do that? Sit down for 30 seconds. It can be shocking how little time you need to interrupt and wait. Just a willingness to experiment with that. Just say, that's all I'm going to do is I'm willing to experiment with 15 to 60 seconds of looking and being with it, and many people think they're just supposed to be waiting with the brakes on before eating. I'm just going to hold the tension. There's a lot of will in that. That's not what this is. We're just open to this energy, letting this energy be here that feels so tense and like escapist and avoidant and wanting to get away and wanting to meet the craving. Just letting it be there and exploring. Am I willing to do that? Could I be willing to do that? So just first step is willing to be still, not do something about it, not resist it either. Just willing. So just think of it as open, relaxed hands. And I know it's tricky. Who would you be without your story of a no, unbearable, can't do it, don't like this moment? My relationship with reality in that present moment is I don't like it. Don't like the feeling. What else is here besides that feeling? You're just letting that feeling be there, called a craving. Turned around, my thinking can't bear this moment. And something else that is beyond just my thoughts, which love to rule. But I mean, it's brilliant logic, reasoning. It doesn't seem to be there though. Something beyond thinking that encompasses thinking, that is surrounding thinking. A life force and energy is here, and it is not refusing to bear this moment. It doesn't judge this moment as boring, impossible, wrong, empty. Could go all the way into saying, could this be bearable? Could it be okay? Could it actually be serving me and supporting me? Can something be discovered here if I just am willing to wait a moment and not assume this life isn't supporting me? Just noticing, who would I be without this belief? Something's missing. I need to fill it with food. I need to fill it with an activity. What if it was supporting me? What if as I let the mind do its, flail around, it just begins to actually relax all on its own? And there's something here, very solid, very supportive, very deep, surrendering into that life force. It won't kill you. Notice it doesn't kill you. Feel like it will. The mind says it will when it's happening, but what if it won't? I notice it never has, not so far. So just experimenting with that. So as a actual practical thing, just noticing willingness to pause. You could do a practice like you're in rehearsal for the experience of this craving moment. Pause. Say, letting everything be. I let this all be here. I let my life be here as it's been. I let the images be here, the fears, the discomfort, the worries. And we can do the work on memories from the past that feel traumatic and difficult. They don't have to force us to have an upsetting time in this present moment. So just letting it be, surrendering, willing, willing, willing. And we see where it goes from there. It may take less energy than you think to just sit and be willing. All right. Let me know how it goes.